has anyone, it feels to me like compared to pieces most people would write for you, that this would be in fairly low positions compared to some of them that you would be playing.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I think it's mostly in third position for me, but it's not untiring. I mean, it is tiring to play it. It demands a lot
Mm.
because it's not that it's hopping all around, but the right hand gets pretty tired because I'm not completely running with it. I'm holding the energy. And one thing that you mentioned early on was that it's not a virtuoso showpiece. So if I wanted to do short notes like da, 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 I could do a very slow motion, very efficient, light engagement. But the sort of drawing each note out, but not doing it in a flashy way, and having the arc and having the pulse, sort of a tempo that allows for a lot of different aspects of expression. And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you have the three note chords at the end. Hopping from one chord to the next when it's not staccato is challenging for the left hand because you have a split second to shift and be on it. When the bow, again, that transition thing, the quicker the transition, the more familiarity you have with it. So every piece is easy in some way and every piece is hard in some way. And I would say the easy thing about isolation variation is once you get into it, it does pull you through.
Hmm.
Once you have a relationship to it, it pulls you through. And I think the reason I like to ask a lot of questions, or the reason I showed up at that first Zoom meeting with some options, I was like, I think it's this, and I could do it this way or that way. I think it's because I need to have my own relationship to the piece in order for me to inhabit it naturally. If I'm just playing it off the page or I'm guessing at something, um, an intention, I'm guessing at an intention, then it's not really going to be natural for me to play the piece. So once I have that relationship and I know what the relationship is to the piece, then I can go into it. And then at that point, this particular piece feels like it's pretty straightforward because I understand where one thing is going and where it's leading me. And I say the hard thing is that the right hand technique is very complex, not
Hmm.
unheard of. It's very natural to play this piece. It fits very well. But the combination of like instinct you have when you look at the music and actual expressive intent leads to a different relationship to the technique. And you have to be mindful with every note. I like
Wow.
challenges. I like challenges though. You gave me something really interesting to work with.